How's it? I'm just busy signing some of my books, Lessons from the Best, for folks who have bought the book, and it reminded me I had not connected with you here lately to share a lesson from this book. There's so many, 18 chapters, lots of quotes, lots of anecdotes that are guaranteed to help you from inside your head to your hands to your feet to your body. This is truly a collection of everything that will help you to do your very best at golf. And today's quote comes from Mike Adams. It's chapter 8, and the title of the chapter is Owning Your Unique Swing. And here's the quote it's the premise around which the chapter was built. And this is Mike, this is his quote. Teach him that basically the ball reacts to the club face relative to the path. And where the face is relative to the path determines curvature. And so we have to arrange our body in a manner that allows the club to attack the golf ball on a correct path and face relative to that to hit it on line. Drawers swing differently to faders. Faders swing differently to drawers. High ball hitters, low ball hitters, they're all different. Now, lots to unpack there, but I just want to pick on something from that quote that I feel like almost gets lost in the wash because, everyone is talking about D-plane information, and you talk about the face and the path relationship and how that influences ball flights. And I feel like so oftentimes golfers get so concerned with how they might be pivoting or where their pressure shift is that they completely disconnect from where the club path and the face angle is and how those two interact with each other, because as they do, so the ball will curve. As a reminder real fast, if you swing to the right of where the face is pointing, right-handers, the ball will draw. If you swing to the left of where the face is pointing, right-handers, the ball will fade, lefties opposite of that. Said another way, if the face is pointing to the right of or open to the path, the ball will curve to the right. If the face is pointing to the left of the path, the ball will curve to the left. That's simple. But here's the concept that I want to elaborate on according to Mike. It's a truism that not a lot of folks pay attention to, and I see this on almost a daily basis when I show up at golf courses and I see people trying to apply their lessons. Because you go to a lesson and your club professional, your PGA pro, whoever advises you to do X or Y, right? And then you're like, well, I'm doing this move, but you're not really seeing the golf ball do differently. Well, that means you could not be doing it, or you could, sadly, be getting the wrong information. But here's the key, and I'll read it to you again. Here's the quote. Drawers swing differently to faders. Faders swing differently to drawers. High ball hitters, low ball hitters, they're all different. Now that's the thing that I want you to understand. And I want you to realize when you're working on your game to improve. If you're making a certain move, you should see that move manifest in ball flights. And if you're wanting to fade the golf ball, for argument's sakes, you can't be copying what a drawer of the golf ball does. And vice versa. If you want to hit the ball higher, you can't be emulating low ball hitter maneuvers. If you want to hit the ball high, something like ball position needs to change. If you want to hit it higher, something like spine tilt, angle of attack needs to change. If you want to hit it lower, same thing. Ball position may need to change, angle of attack and body location relative to the golf ball should change. If you're wanting to fade the golf ball, whatever you're doing should produce a swing path for a right-hander that travels to the left of where the face is pointing. If you want to draw the golf ball, you should be doing whatever's required to get the path to move to the right of where the face is pointing, or you should be doing whatever's necessary to get the face close to the path that you're swinging on. See, that's the key. Too many golfers I see, they like working on something and they have no idea whatsoever as to how this is manifesting in where the club face is pointing toward and where it's swinging toward. That is where the rubber meets the road. If you're trying to keep your head down and that's not affecting where the club face is pointing, you're not going to fix your slice. If you're trying to improve your pivot and that's not affecting where the path is going, you're not going to fix your draw or your hook. So you must be aware that whatever you're doing, like Mike said, you've got to arrange your body in such a fashion to get path and face changed, and only then will you start to see the ball traveling more straight or more accurately or higher or lower or drawing or fading, whatever the case may be. That's where the rubber meets the road. And I'll leave you with this. That is such a truism by Mike. There's so many in this book. I oftentimes say to elite golfers especially, but all golfers rarely, I call it direct and indirect influences on how your golf shot goes. Now, a direct influence is the club face. Another direct influence are your hands. Mike incidentally talks a lot about your grip in his chapter. Another direct influence is how your forearms and your wrists work. Now, your pivots, your pressure shift, your use of the ground, those are indirect influences. I could use the ground directly and very well, but if that doesn't manifest in my hands and the club face, well, it's kind of a fool's errand. So you must be able to see whatever you're doing is manifesting in the club face. If it doesn't, the ball is not going to travel differently. It does not have a brain. It can't make up its own mind. So just like Mike said, you've got to arrange yourself in a way to get the club face to travel differently in terms of its direction and where it's pointing. When you do that, that's when you'll start to see your golf shots travel differently and travel better. Check out the book, back9press.com/Immelman. It's worthwhile.